This is your host, D. Thomas, with Behind the Black Eye.
Tonight we're going to talk about relationships.
Good.
Yeah, we're going to touch a little bit on relationships.
Relationships, power couples, making money together, that type of thing. Yeah.
All in that order.
Yeah. We're going to be doing some things that, we're going to talk about some things that people don't want to talk about on a daily basis, especially through this pandemic. Let's just be real, right?
Especially if you're in a relationship currently and you're having troubles navigating through the pandemic.
That makes sense.
You probably don't really want to touch that right now.
At all, right? Okay, so you had some questions. That's how we got to this. So right. So what was your question? Let me be real.
Right. So my question was, how do two people in the same household who is, fixated on getting that money, getting that bread, bringing that paper into the household, how can they make it work without having disruption in the household because every day you're focused on getting money?
Wait. I gotta interrupt this because you voted today first. First and foremost, let me recognize that because you voted today.
Yes.
My dog voted. DJ Rude for the first time voted today. So I'm excited about that first and foremost.
First time ever going to a poll and voting for anyone.
Yes. I love it. So I just want to say that first because I saw that and I wanted to make sure that I noticed that you voted. So I am ecstatic about you voting. So that's one. And then two, your question about that is, let me just say this. I think couples can be a power couple. And you have to have an understanding first and foremost in a relationship. I think that's how I feel.
Okay.
I feel the understanding has to be between both of you. So you lay out upfront rules, right? Right, of course.
Yeah.
You want to make sure, if a man thinks that a woman should stay in a woman place is what my brother said, right? I hate that, right? That's something that I cannot figure out why men say that. Or if a man needs to stay in a man place, like I don't think anybody should play in these places, right? I think that we should all just be able to coexist and be able to be in a household and have a good time. That's what I think.
Okay, so let me ask you a question real quick. What is a man's place?
I don't think a man or a woman have a place, right?
Okay,
y'all both are making money. I think y'all should be power couples. Y'all come home and y'all agree on things that should be done in the home. Because a relationship doesn't depend on just you making finances. It depends on the home.
So that's the man place. That's what the stereotype is for the man place. He provides for the household. She stays home, cook and clean, all that kind of stuff.
No. Why? Because if we both working and we both making power moves, let me give you an example. First and foremost, I like to give examples, right? So, all right. So I sell hair, right?
Okay.
Let me just put that out, right?
All right.
I work a 9 to 5 and you a DJ.
Right.
You work at night.
I do.
You right? And you say we cross each other. That means I come in the afternoon, you go into work, you got to go in at work, and then you stay at night, right?
Right.
So how we become that interaction in between is we have to understand that, we both have to eat, right? So as a woman, not because I'm in a woman's place, but because I am your wife or your significant other, I should at least, it's during the day, provide that you, when you go to work at night, some meals.
That's the least you can do.
Oh, what?
That's a joke.
Oh my gosh. So, and that's where that comes in. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. No. Because I think we should have an agreement, right? Monday and Tuesday, maybe I'll go ahead and cook, right? Feed, I'll prep meals even,
Okay. Right.
To say the least, if we have children, because if we had children, then that's a whole nother story.
They got to eat too.
They got to eat, right? So at this point, we ain't got no kids. We ain't got no little kids, right?
Okay.
My son, 27, I ain't worried about no children eating,
Gotcha.
So in that form, I cook Monday and Tuesday. I make sure you have your food for the evening, at night, whatever you want to do. Then on Wednesday, I'm looking for you to cook.
Okay.
Right? That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking that if that's what we can do, then you can at least cook on Wednesday. Boom.
Okay.
On Thursdays, maybe Thursdays, I'm going to say Thursday, I'll cook again, right?
Okay.
Because, again, you work at night. I work during, I get it done during the day, right?
Okay. All right.
So with that said, on Fridays, hey, we're going out to eat.
Okay.
We're gonna make that way,
Okay.
right? That way,
We're going to Sizzler.
No, we're gonna go to steaks.
Steak.
And no, I don't even eat steak. I don't even eat meat. We're gonna do some seafood. You know, maybe we need to cut down this weight a little bit. So maybe we'll do some
We're
healthy.
going to go to
eating.
Captain D.
You so crazy. What we gonna do? Go to Captain D?
Captain D. Captain D come. Captain D come.
Right. So that's how I feel.
Okay.
Then in order to spend some time together throughout the week, I think what we should do is in that intertwine.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we had a booty call.
Oh.
The booty call is not at night because that's what people think all the time. Booty call, midnight, everybody got to do it at night.
That's what the generalization is.
But DJ Rube, you don't always have to have booty call at night. Let's just be real. It's always sexy to have a daytime sunlight and then and have a real good damn and put me to sleep.
Gotcha.
Right. That's what I feel. That's how I feel.
Okay. Let me see. There's only one thing I got a problem with.
Okay.
Everything else is good, just this one thing. On Wednesday, I'm not cooking nothing. I'm not cooking nothing.
You're not cooking nothing.
I don't cook. I ain't gonna start cooking.
Yeah.
I go out get something and then throw it on the table and we all eat. But I'm not cooking
at all.
at all.
So okay. So even if you order, you go get something, make it look like you cook. Put it in some Tupperware. Put it on some nice, dinette set.
Take it out of the to-go stuff.
Please.
Put it in an actual plate and present it like a meal.
Right.
Okay, I can do.
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah.
So men, what?
Men, take note.
Take note. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Don't just throw the food on the table in the stuff it came in with, the foam
Right.
or the plastic containers. Actually put it on some dishes that you got in
Right.
the cabinet. Make it presentable. Okay,
Please
I got
do
you.
that.
We
That's
can do
all
that.
I'm saying.
We can do that.
It makes sense that we do that because, it'll make me feel better, right? Oh, he put a little effort in this, right? I may even think you cooked it, even though I know you didn't, right? I just think you did. So it makes sense on my behalf, right? So that's just me. And ladies, let me just say this. Men, evidently, some men don't like to cook. And some men like to cook because I had a friend, he likes to cook, right? So what I'm saying is you have to have an understanding of your significant other.
Definitely. You need to understand that before you get too deep into the relationship and then, you marry with children and then you're like, what you mean you're not cooking?
Right. Right. Of course.
Right. This is something you should have known when you met.
Absolutely correct. I agree with that because, women can't cook sometimes too, right?
Right.
So you got to figure out which way to go when it comes to that, right?
Now, see, with me, I don't like to dictate or say someone needs to do something. Because if I don't do it, I don't expect someone else to do it. So if I don't cook, I don't expect anybody else to cook for me. I just eat out every day.
Okay.
That's how, I eat out every day now. So I wouldn't expect anything different because how can I expect you to do something that I don't do? That's a bonus that you do cook, right? So then, okay, man, that's points for her. She cooks.
Right.
We can have some home cooked meals, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't expect you.
I tapped that off, but I am going to say somebody had to learn some way. So let's go to cooking lessons, right? But I am going to say I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. But we both can't be eating out because we both going to be 700 pounds in a minute. Eating out just causes a lot of different type of health issues on my behalf. I think that if we could cut down, maybe somebody willing to learn how to cook or do something, bring it in the home, eat healthier. You don't have to cook to make a salad, right? Guess what? They got cooking lessons online now. YouTube it. You feel me? I think that they give you all the ingredients and they give you all the instructions to do so. Why not do it? That's how I feel.
I feel you.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's probably gonna sound real spoiled and selfish. But I just gotta keep it real. I have no other way to say it.
Please.
Why cook something when you can pay somebody else to do it?
Well, I'm just saying, if we're talking about being a power couple, at some point, let me tell you, I'm about financial literacy. So At some point, somebody got to step back and say, okay, financially, is this beneficial to us? And where are we leading to?
Yeah,
so we have to have those type of conversations.
If we want to live, you got to eat.
But you also got to save, too, if you want to live, right? Because everybody has to be happy. And I think in order to be happy, listen, you never know when it's going to be an emergency. Right? And so for me, we can cut back on $10, $5 a day, maybe even $20, maybe even $50 a day if we have kids, or maybe even $100 a day if we have kids. So if we can do that, then imagine what we will spend, what we will save, and for emergencies, for in the future, right? Because the pandemic, didn't nobody know we was having a pandemic, right?
A lot of people got caught out there slipping.
A lot of people got caught out there slipping.
So which brings us to another point,
right?
Which is compromising. Compromising. People really don't know how to compromise effectively.
I agree with that.
They say they do, but it really isn't really effectively compromised.
I agree with that.
How do you effectively compromise? What do you have to do to effectively say, hey, I'm gonna accept this and you will never have to hear about it again?
I think not the never hear about it again, but the compromising comes in with when you feel like, okay, you have you don't cook, right? And then so I have to compromise, you don't cook. So what can I do to assist with the cooking, right? So I'm compromising, I'm making it. Now, if you don't work, that's a problem now, right? I can't compromise with a man not working or a woman not working. I feel like we should both bring money into the home. I think that part.
We're going to come back to this because I need to ask some questions on that. We're going to come back to that.
We're going to come back to that? Okay, gotcha. But first and foremost, let me just put this down. I think that compromising means more than just saying, okay, I will step back and I'll let you lead or me lead. I think compromising is that I compromise with some situations that you may have. Maybe, I notice that a lot of men don't get assistance when it comes to hurt. Let me just put that to you. I mean, like, they have been hurt in the past and they bring that to their new relationship, right?
I'm preaching there.
Hello. And so now we're dealing with the new woman dealing with the hurt in the past, where the woman who have gotten assistance with their hurt, the man is still hurting and then they want to hurt that person. That type of compromise.
I get it. So let's talk about it. So we have a friend, right? So let's we gonna leave him nameless. Nameless.
Okay.
We're gonna leave him nameless. They know who they are.
They know.
So they have a male friend who they've been dealing with, and they're real busy. Like they, so
I can't. Sorry.
So stop laughing at your friend.
Okay.
So they are trying to have their work life and balance their relationship life. But the work life is winning like a mug. Work life is like Mike Tyson on the videos, right?
Take you seriously.
The work life is
right.
But the relationship life is gonna be like Roy Jones. It's like, I think I made a mistake. So that's why that's so funny to us, because her friend is dealing with that current.
Our friend.
Well, yeah, my friend too. I ain't gonna put me in it, but yeah, our friend. Okay. So let me circle back to the other point.
Sorry.
We're gonna get off this.
I'm so sorry to laugh so hard, y'all. I'm so sorry.
We're gonna get off this. Okay. So you had said, man.
You can't even remember.
I can't remember.
Okay.
The male. Male not working.
Yes.
This is a critical subject for men when they're seeking their significant other, right? So the question always is, if a man falls, loses job, go to jail, whatever the situation
whatever happens, right?
A black man, right? Because normally it happens to us. If a man falls, will the woman he's with pick him up?
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten a lot of different answers over this conversation. Some people say, well, let's say he loses his job. Well, he got to go find one in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Or he got 3 months. Or
Putting a
he
time limit on
has
it.
6 months to
Right.
go look for a job, right? And then he has to actively be looking for a job that is making as much money or more than what he had,
Okay.
not what he can get at the time to get over.
Okay.
So I've heard a lot of different things around this. And if he don't get no job such as, I'm leaving. Or if he don't get a job so much, I can't be with him. So
Okay.
is you as the personal guru on relationships.
I don't know about personal guru, but I'll handle this question.
What is your outlook on if you were the man, he falls, you there pick him up, and how long and how?
I don't think you should put a time limit on it, right? What I can say, goes back to us being able to put aside money, right? So woman or man, whoever's dealing with the finances should, and someone should, right? One or the other, because if you're not, or both, right? If you're not, then you don't have anything to fall back on, right? That's the reason I'm saying neither one should put a time limit on it. So one of us fall, maybe I lost my job, maybe you lost yours. I think we shouldn't put a time limit on it. I think we should have enough savings in order to back that person up until they do find another job. Now, I am going to say this. Don't get lackadaisy, right? Where you don't get a job and it's 6 months down the line, you're like, oh, but I do know this. It's hard getting a job during times of like it is.
That's
Right.
especially during
That
COVID.
absolutely on the outside,
Right.
because I mean, I work for lending, and in my position, I can hire within, but hiring without external, it is a big difference.
Definitely.
So that's a big thing I can say. But I can say is if you have savings saved up, then sometimes you don't worry as much, right? Okay, babe, relax. Find you the job you want. Find what loves you, what you love. Because listen, I'm doing this because I love it.
Right.
I love what I'm doing.
Right.
Because I can still be in lending because I love people. I mean, that's just who I am.
Right.
But in reality, I love doing this. So that's the reason why I was able to go through what I was going through, but then get assistance with helping me go through it and then be able to come out on top with it. That means get my, podcast, having people surrounded around me that is supportive, being able to do so is because I love what I'm doing, right? But we also, I was married 25 years and I went through a whole stepping back. Me and my husband, we actually went through a time where we actually lost our jobs at the same time.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So, but the great thing about me is I was always financially stable
You was on
because
point
I was I was in the financial department or I was in financial literacy. So I knew that if we didn't have any savings to back us up, now we had a job 2 days later, but the point is that we didn't even have any job, period, right? And the pandemic was going on, we wouldn't have had, we had our savings.
Right.
So I ask people in general just to make sure that they are at least making enough to carry 2 months or 3 months of their rent or their mortgage, or even that, a security that if they're children or someone else. So you have 3 months, you always want to save 3 months of your security of your mortgage or your rent.
Write this down, people.
Right. This is a note.
This free information
Yes,
y'all getting right now.
This is a note. 3 months at least. And then if it's 3 months of 700, 800, whatever, and then you want to make sure your insurance, your car note, whatever that is, you want to make sure that's equal enough as well, right? Because that savings it means a lot when you're going through some tough times, right? The great advantage is if you're not investing your money, those type of things, right? I can say this, DJ Rube, you are DJ, right? And the great advantage is if I was, I'm not a hair or bundle person, but I buy it a lot, right?
Okay.
I should invest in it. If you were a DJ, would you support me in that? Or because you're a DJ, would I support you in what I do?
I believe in supporting each other no matter what it is, right? That's the like the essence of being in a relationship, to see you happy and hopefully for you to see that I'm happy, right?
Correct.
And we make sure that we help each other out. We have each other's back. So if I'm in a club DJing, you know, I'm gonna hit a PSA, yo, check out these wigs or whatever.
Right,
Holler
that
at my
makes
girl,
sense.
she got you. You know.
Right.
So yeah, I would definitely support you no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing.
Just
right.
makes sense. Right.
Just to make sure you're paid, because that money is not just your money, it's going to come into the house and be our money. So
Same.
if something does happen down the road, that we're both going to be financially stable and
Makes
we
sense.
can make moves.
We can make moves, yeah. And that goes back to the woman as well. While I'm doing whatever, selling bundles and lending, I should be like, hey, you know, you're getting married, right? Or you need this hair for something. Hey, do you need a DJ? You know, and that's where the both support comes in. And that's what a power couple comes in. I think a power couple means more than just making money. I think a power couple can be that I support you, you support me. It goes beyond making the extra dollar part. It goes beyond, it is that we both support each other and we're able to round it out. At the end of the day, you have now advertised me to someone and I've advertised you for free. Right? Because we used to pay for that, right? So now we have advertised each other for free, and now we have now gained customers at that point, right? Or clients.
Right.
And so that's the biggest part of that point right there. So I agree, the support on that part. I also want to talk about, I noticed that a lot of men, right, nowadays are emotional, I think. And I want to go back to our friend. Our friend is, I want to go back to our friend because our friend, Jess was talking about that they were actually interacting with that person that literally argues when they work a lot.
Yes.
Right.
They did bring that up.
They did. Okay. What do you think when that person, your significant other, works a lot, wants to make the money and decides, but they have to now choose because now they're lacking in the relationship part?
So for me, right, and most men don't think like this.
Mm-hmm.
So let's first go to your girl's people, right?
Okay.
From the way he interacts and speaks to her, and you know that whole dynamic,
Right. Sorry.
it seems like he's been through a lot.
Right. That makes sense.
He's been through a lot, and he needs to talk to someone. I know as African Americans, we don't think we need to talk to people.
That's what that part.
And that is big in
That
the
part.
African American community.
That part.
I'm not sitting on nobody's couch. I'm a grown ass man. I own woo.
But why not?
I've learned, because I used to be that dude,
Mm-hmm.
but I learned actually trying counseling out that I had deep stuff that I've carried with me that I don't know I carry with me.
Right. That's that part right there.
Yeah. So there's some things that I've learned that I never even thought of. That I was like, oh wow, really?
Right.
And then you think about it, like, that's true. I would have never thought of that on my own.
Makes sense.
So getting that help, talking to someone, helps unburden you from things that you're carrying.
That's
right?
true.
He's definitely has some stuff that he's carrying that he needs to unburden. He definitely needs to speak to somebody. You should tell your friend that.
Toast to that one, because I have told her twice, 3 times.
Yeah, you need to holler at your girl.
4, 5 times. But you know, people
people handle things differently. My motto is, if you like it, I love it. So that's all I'm gonna say on that.
I can't take this serious right now. Okay,
what was the question though?
We're on to the next one because we can't even go there. Share, like, and invite, guys. Thank you.